class 10. We are dealing with exercise 4.1, and in that segment question number 2 we have shown you 2-1. Okay, and I hope that you have tried it. So here question number 2 is there. Represent the following situation in the form of a quadratic equation. Here no need to solve, you have to just frame a quadratic equation by reading the statement. So 2-1 I have shown you. If you have done, you can check that you have done correctly or not. That today I am going to show you question number 2-3. Question number 2-3. So just you take out your NCERT book and look at question number 2-3. Here we need to frame a quadratic equation according to the given situation. So to read the situation, what is given here. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. We would like to find Rohan's present age. So here, what are the things given in this question? Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. That means it is the present situation. So you have to let present age of Rohan be x years. Like that I can write the statement, let present age of Rohan equal to x years. This is the present age of Rohan. Therefore present age of his mother. Therefore I can write present age of his mother. Present age of his mother that is x plus 26 years. X plus 26 years. Why it is written like that? Because in the statement it has been told that Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. That means if present age of Rohan is x years, therefore present age of his mother will be x plus 26 years, because she is 26 years older than Rohan. Now it has been told that the product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. That means after 3 years. That means after 3 years, and after 3 years, what situation comes? That Rohan's age will be x plus 3 years, as Rohan's present age is x years. So after 3 years Rohan's age will be x plus 3 years, and mother's age will be x plus 26 plus 3 years. That will be x plus 29 years. That will be x plus 29 years. So present age of his mother is x plus 26 years, and after 3 years mother's age will be x plus 29 years. Now we are having both the age, that means Rohan's age and his mother's age after 3 years we are having. According to question, what has been told? That the product of the age of Rohan and his mother is 360 years. That means x plus 3 into x plus 29 is equal to 360. So look at this situation. It has been given that the product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. That means the product of x plus 3 and x plus 29 is 360. Now just you solve it and take your equation from here only. So just you multiply these two x plus 3 and x plus 29 you need to multiply. Find the product of these two. X into x, that becomes x square, x and 29 becomes 29x, and 3 and x becomes 3x, and 29 into 3, 9 3 ja 27, carry 2 and 3 2 ja 6 and 2 8, that is 87 is equal to 360. So after multiplying we are having x into x, that is x square, x into 29 becomes 9x, 3 into x becomes 3x, and 3 into 29 becomes 87, that is equal to 360. Till here you copy down. Then I will show you the next step of this equation. We have to frame the quadratic equation so that we can solve it. Here no need to solve, just we need to frame the quadratic equation. After that line we can write x square plus here 29 and 3, that means 32x, and here plus 87 and minus 360, that becomes 0. We are trying to frame a quadratic equation, so this working is done here. X square plus 32x, now here it will be a minus sign, then 10 minus 7 is 3, and here 15 minus 8 becomes 7, and here it becomes 2. Okay. So 10 minus 7 means 3, and 15 minus 8, that becomes 7, and here it is 2, and that is equal to 0. So you can see the equation is coming x square plus 32x minus 273, and this is your required equation. That means now you are having a linear equation, a quadratic equation which is formed by the given statement. That means the whatever statement we are having, by that you can frame this quadratic equation, and you can write here down which is the required quadratic equation. Here you can write which is the required quadratic equation. So like this you can frame the quadratic equation by taking the statement. So this is the work here. I hope that you have understood it. Okay, so by reading the statement you have to frame the equations. So this was 2 3. Once again I will show you one more question, that is 2 4. So it is not 1 4, it is 2 4. Okay, now just go to question number 2 4. In 2 4 what is written? A train travels a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. For that we need to frame the equation. Okay, so here let speed of the train be x km per hour. Okay, let the speed of the train be x km per hour. This is the train's usual speed, that is x km per hour. Now the train is going to 480 km, then how much time is required? Therefore time taken to cover 480 km, that will be, we want to find the time. Time means distance by speed. You are aware about the formula that time is equal to distance by speed. So distance is 480 kilometer and speed is x kilometer per hour, and so this much time it will take to cover 480 kilometer. So distance by speed is giving us the time. So if the speed of the train is x kilometer per hour, to go 480 kilometer it will take 480 upon x hours. Now what is written there? If the speed had been 8 kilometer per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. That means now decreased speed of the train, and the decreased speed of the train is decreased speed of the train here it was x kilometer per hour and the speed is lowered by 8 kilometer per hour. That means now the speed becomes x minus 8 kilometer per hour. This is the new speed of the train. When the speed of the train is decreased, it becomes x minus 8 kilometer per hour. Therefore, time taken to cover the same distance, that is 480 kilometer, that will be, distance is 480 and the time is x minus, the speed is x minus 8. So time means distance by speed. Your new speed is x minus 8 kilometer per hour, the speed is x minus 8 kilometer per hour and the distance is 480. So time will be distance by speed. Distance is 480, speed is x minus 8. So this is the new time which is train taking now. But in the question it is written that it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. That means this new time is 3 hours more than the old time. So we can write according to question 480 upon x minus 8 and minus 480 upon x, and that is equal to 3 hours. How I can write this one? In the statement it is written that the new time is 3 hours more than the old time. That means if the speed of the train is 8 kilometer per hour less, then it will take 3 hours more to cover the same distance. That means 480 upon x minus 8 minus 480 upon x, it is equal to 3 hours. Now we can solve it so that we can form a quadratic equation here. It will be solved like this: x into x minus 8 is equal to here 480 x minus here 480 into x minus 8 is equal to 3. Now further we will solve it to get the equation. Okay. So till here first you copy down. Now till here you have done it. Now if you want to solve it, to carry on, here it is 480x minus again 480x and then minus and minus becomes plus. Now 480 multiplied by 8, it will give you 3840. 3840. Once you will multiply 480 into x, it will be giving 480x, and if here 480 into 8, it will give you 3840. Now upon x into x, that becomes x square minus 8x, and right side you are having 3. So just you copy it down. Now you can see that 480, this 480 and this 480 can be cancelled because one is positive, another one is negative. So now you can write 3840 is equal to 3 into x square, that is 3x square, minus 3 into 8, that is 24x. Further, it can be written as 3x square minus 24x minus 3840, and that is equal to 0. 3840 will be taken left to right side, then the format of the equation will be like this. Now you check that it is divisible by a number 3 or not. 3 can divide 24 also, and here 8 and 3 11 plus 4 15. So dividing both side by 3, dividing both side by 3, both side by 3. If you divide both side by 3, you will get x square minus 3 8 ja 24, and here minus here 3 1 ja 3, then 3 2 ja 6, and 3 8 ja 24, and here 0, that is equal to 0. So x square minus 8x minus 1280 is the required equation. Now which is the required quadratic equation, which is the required quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Like that you can frame the equation. Now one thing you should keep in your mind, that the equation must be written in its lowest form. Lowest form means if any number can divide all the term of an equation, you can divide it. Here I have written 3x square minus 24x minus 3840 equal to 0. Equation is framed here. It is also a quadratic equation, but I have seen that here 3 can divide all the terms, so it is divided by 3. So always make your habit that whenever you are writing the equation, always check that it is in its standard form or not. If any number is dividing all the term of an equation, you can divide it, then you will get the standard form of a quadratic equation. So like this you can solve it. Here the solution over for question number 3 4. Okay, now we will see exercise 4.2, and in exercise 4.2 what is there? Solution of quadratic equation using quadratic formula or discriminant method. Here now you have seen that how can you are forming a quadratic equation by different type of situations. In 4.1 you have seen in question number 1 that sometimes you need to multiply, sometimes you need to divide, or sometimes you need to do different operational work to change the equation in a quadratic equation. Now in 4.2 the equations are given to you and you need to find its solution. To get the solution of a quadratic equation, generally first method we are using, that is the factor method. By factorizing a quadratic equation you will be able to get its zeros or the solution. And one another method is there, the quadratic formula. If you are unable to find the factor of a quadratic equation or quadratic polynomial, then you can apply a quadratic formula to find its zeros. Now, in 4.2, first of all, you should keep in your mind that the standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and here it should be clear that where a should not be equal to 0. It is most important that a should not be equal to 0. Now, you have to first of all, if this type of equation is given to you, you will try first to find the factor by applying the formulas, which formula you are having already. Which is formula you are having to get the factor? If anything is written in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square, that is equal to a plus b whole square. That means the factor you can get by the formula itself. If you are having something written in the form a square minus 2ab plus b square, you can write it a minus b whole square. It is also in the form of factor in itself. Then third formula, if something you are getting in the form a square minus b square, then you can write its factor a plus b into a minus b. And one another thing is there, if you are unable to get it, then you can split the middle term. That means by splitting the middle term also you can find the factor. Okay, if your equation is not coming under any formula, then by splitting the middle term also you can find its factor. And if it is also not working, then what you will do? Here first of all you will be finding d. You will be finding d, and here d means discriminant. D equal to b square minus 4ac. D equal to b square minus 4ac. This is the formula where d is known as discriminant. Where d is known as discriminant. So, what is meant by discriminant? That means the term which derives the equation, which tells about the equation. If you are getting the value of d, then you need to compare. If here you have to be very careful that if d is greater than equal to 0, if d is greater than equal to 0, then there are real roots. There are real roots. Okay, and if d does not equal to 0, and second condition is there that if d is less than 0, then there is no real roots. Then there is no real roots. That means when you are getting the value of d, you need to compare that value of d by 0 with 0. If d is greater than equal to 0, then there are real roots, and the roots of the equations are known as alpha and beta. You know that a quadratic equation has two roots. One is known as alpha, another is known as beta. So, if you are having d is greater than 0, d is greater than equal to 0, then you are having the real roots, then you will find the roots. And if this condition, second number condition exists, that means if d is coming less than 0, then no need to find the roots, you will write just the statement, since d is less than 0, so there is no real root. And if first condition exists, if your first condition exists, that means this condition is coming to you, then you can find the roots. Then roots means the value of x. X will be minus b plus minus under root d upon 2a. By this formula, here x refers for alpha and beta. It means that alpha is equal to minus b plus under root d upon 2a, and here beta means minus b and minus under root d upon 2a. That means here two signs are given, plus minus sign together you have to write, and plus sign. By taking plus sign you will find the first root, that is named as alpha, and by taking the minus sign you can find the value of beta, that is minus b minus under root d upon 2a. By that you will be able to find the value of beta. So alpha and beta both can be obtained, but here it should be very clear that it is there when you are having d is greater than equal to 0. If d is less than 0, then there is no real root, no need to proceed. Once again I am repeating, once you are having a quadratic equation, then you need to find its root. You can find the root by applying various factor methods also, and if factor method does not work over there, then you can find its discriminant. Discriminant means you have to find the value of d, okay, which can tell you that whether it is possible to find the root or not. Okay, if d is greater than equal to 0, that means there are real roots, and if d is less than 0, then there is no real root. If d is greater than equal to 0, then you can find the value of alpha and beta, that means it is combinedly named as capital X. I have written it capital X, that means minus b plus minus root d by 2a. Now let us start the question. These are the formula, you just copy it down and learn it. Now in 4.2, find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization. It is written clearly there that by factorization you need to find the roots of the equation. So let us see how I am doing it. Question number 1. The question is x square minus 3x minus 10. X square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. Here you can see you can factorize it by the method middle term splitting method. So here 10 into 1, 10, the factor of 10 is 5 to the 10 will give us 3. So I can arrange it x square minus 5x and plus 2x and minus 10 equal to 0, and here if I will take x as common, you will have x minus 5 plus 2, then x minus 5 equal to 0, and here I can write x plus 2 into x minus 5 equal to 0. That means I can write x plus 2 equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. Further you can write x equal to minus 2 or x equal to 5. Therefore you have seen that two values of x you are having, minus 2 and 5, minus 2 and 5. So like that you can find the roots of the quadratic equation by applying the factor method. So in factor method you are having two roots, minus 2 and 5. That means the value of alpha is minus 2 and the value of beta is 5. So this is the factor method. Here the given equation can be factorized by using middle term splitting rule. So you have to check that by applying the middle term splitting rule you can factorize, or by putting any other method you have to factorize it. And if you are unable to factorize any quadratic equation, then you will apply the quadratic formula that just I have given you. Now one more question I am taking from here, that is question number 1.3, and the question is under root 2x square, it is root 2x square, then here plus 7x, and then it is plus 5 root 2 plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. Now I am going to factorize it first. So root 2 into 5 root 2, 5 first you multiply, it will give you 10, and the factor of 10, 5 2s are 10, will give you 7. So middle term can be splitted and it can be written like this: root 2x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. So 5 and 2 here 7. 5 and 2 will give you 7. Further, you can common the terms root 2x square and 5x. Which term can be taken as common? X can be taken as common. So here I am having root 2x and here plus 5, and plus from both of this what can be taken as common? Here root 2 can be taken as common. So here you are having root 2x plus 5 and it is equal to 0. Further, it can be written as x plus root 2, and here you can write root 2x plus 5 and that is equal to 0. Further, you can write it x plus root 2 equal to 0, or root 2 x plus 5 equal to 0. Further, you can write it x equal to minus root 2, or here root 2x equal to minus 5, that means x equal to minus 5 upon root 2. It will be minus 5 upon root 2 and it will be answer itself. So you will write at last, hence x equal to minus root 2, or you can give a comma and another value is minus 5 upon root 2, and here you can write answer. Okay, so this is the answer of this question. The value, two roots you are having. First one is minus root 2 and second one is 5 minus 5 upon root 2. So this is the method which can be utilized by getting by finding the factors. So in this way you can find the roots of a quadratic equation by using factor method. Now if somewhere it is not written, you can apply the quadratic formula also. So today I have given you some formulas also, that how you will get the solution of a quadratic equation by using quadratic formula, that I will discuss in the next coming class. You need to do the questions, because here question number 2 is also solve the following situations mathematically. First of all, for question number 2 also you need to frame the quadratic equation by reading the statement, and then you can solve it by applying any of the method. So in the coming classes I will be showing you the application of quadratic formula. So 4.2 question number 2 onwards I am giving you the homework, and here in this exercise you can apply factor method to find the roots of the given quadratic equation. Okay, because here it is mentioned also in question number 1, so it is already mentioned that by factorization you have to solve it. So 4.2 exercise you have to apply the factor method only to solve the equations. But in question number 2 onwards, read this statement properly, because these are the word problems. So read it very nicely and then frame your quadratic equation first, then you just solve it. Okay, and I will show you few questions in my coming classes. Okay, till then, bye.